So, good morning. This is my first video cook. Today we're going to be making chicken cordon bleu. And can't really see it, but I have my chicken right here. I have some ham and Swiss for the insides. I have my wet wash for the batter. And I have my breading mix. And I'm going to show you the recipes for the breading mix and the wet wash right now, and then we're gonna get started, okay? Alright, so just hold on a second. So for the breading mix, here's the recipe. Oh shoot, it's backwards, but hopefully you can all read it. I'll leave it there for a second. I'm sorry it's backwards, but unfortunately that's the way it is. Sorry about that. And the wet wash is also there, so if you want to take down the ingredients or you want to pause the video, I apologize for it being backwards, but this is what we're going to be doing. Alrighty, this is just the breading mix. Right now we're just going to be prepping the chicken. So, and we're going to get that in the oven because that takes the longest. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our chicken breast here. If I can get it out. It's still frozen. I had it thawing and it's still a little frozen. So hopefully we can get this going here. I don't know why it's still frozen. These are quite large chicken breasts, which is okay. We're kind of, the way they are is not. Give me a second here. So chicken breasts are thick. I was looking for my knife, so that's why I kind of walked away for a second. I was looking for my knife. You're going to want to, first of all, these are kind of one big piece, and I don't know why they're like that, but they just are. You're going to want to separate them into individual pieces like this. I don't know why this isn't the best chicken breast. Just for a heads up, Save-A-Lot, if you have a Save-A-Lot by you, they're cheap, but their chicken breast isn't the greatest. I mean, it's good if you're on a budget, but they're probably not the best chicken breasts that you'd ever want to buy if you're trying to make something look nice. So I'm going to kind of trim these up and throw my bag away. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to try to attempt to cut these in half, because they're really thick, and when they're really thick like that, they won't cook well. So I'm going to try to cut these in half, do the best I can here. Hopefully we'll get this. For whatever reason, these are not really uniform, but that's okay. We do what we have to do, right? We're gonna cut these in half, and these are still a little frozen, unfortunately, but so we're trying to, and also while I'm doing this, I'm kind of pulling away some of the fat. There's some fatness still here, so I'm trying to pull some of that away and throwing that out because we don't really need that. What I will say about chicken fat and chicken skin, usually if you're going to make chicken breast can get really, really, really dry and really, really, really hard because there isn't a lot of fat on there. So just keep that in mind. For instance, if you're making fried chicken, you are going to probably want to buy bone-in chicken, and it's harder to work with, but it is better in the long run because the fat basically helps with flavor and it helps with tenderness. So I'm gonna trim some of this up here because I want some uniform pieces, and hopefully that's what I'm gonna get. I'm looking for it. And again, what I'm doing here is I'm cutting them in half because they're really, really thick, and they are really, really they're harder to cook the thicker they are. Plus, you will not get a tender piece of chicken if it's all thick like that. It's just not going to happen. So just a heads up on that. Yeah. And for whatever reason, this thing is giving me a problem. But again, you know, we move on. We do what we can. So now I have a couple pieces of chicken here. I have 1, 2, 3, decent size. I'm gonna, if you can't really see this maybe, but I'm gonna kind of cut this down just a tad because it's. But don't worry, I'm not wasting any of this chicken. I'm not going to waste any of it. So, just so you know, we are going to use all this because, especially in today's day and age, when we have quite a bit of stuff is expensive. Let's just put it that way. But I want to get some good pieces, you know, some decent pieces, and then the other stuff I'll just deal with as I can. But right now I'm gonna get a bowl because I've got too much chicken for what I'm trying to do here. So excuse me for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. What I'm going to do with this chicken now is I am going to pound it. If I can ever get my stuff to her. But I'm putting some plastic seal wrap over it, only because when you are pounding meat to tenderize it, it's going to splatter, especially chicken. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of smacking it, and I'm in hopes of tenderizing it because I need it to kind of fold when we put our stuff in here. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm putting some plastic wrap over it and tenderizing it. And as I go, I'm going to move this and kind of rotate this because I have a couple other pieces set aside because I don't have enough room for what I have. So I'm going to kind of rotate some pieces out. Take these, and you don't have to beat it to death, but you do want to smack it because you don't want you really don't want to not do anything with it, only because, like I said, there's no fat, so it will be really if you don't pound it, it will kind of be very tough. And I mean, if you like tough chicken, hey, great, good for you. I don't, and for years I never did this when I was cooking, and I always wondered, how do people get it? You know, you'd eat chicken in a restaurant and you'd wonder how they get it so tender. Well, this is how they do it. They probably have a machine that does it. That's fine with me. But you have to do this basically to try to get it a little more tender than it is. So now I've got my, this isn't going great, but I've got my chicken and I've got my, unfortunately this plastic seal wrap is garbage. I'm throwing it away. This is usually good. This box is old. It's junk. So I'm throwing it away. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to lightly salt and pepper both sides of the chicken. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to kill it. My wife would actually be yelling at me because she thinks I use too much salt. Well, maybe I do. However, it is what it is. I'm going to salt and pepper, you know, just a little bit. And then right now, because I'm going to already start putting stuff into my pan, I have a pan here that is, I put aluminum foil in it and I sprayed, basically I sprayed some plastic wrap, or I sprayed some, Pam, or, you know, the cooking spray on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with the ham, and then I'm going to layer some cheese in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over like so. This isn't going great. It always looks better when you see it on TV or whatever. I'm going to dip this in my egg, and then I'm going to dip it in my dry mixture. And I'm just going to coat it lightly. First piece is ready. On to the second piece. All right, same thing. Take my ham, which I might have to get some more ham, which is okay because I have more. I'm going to go again. I'm going to fold it over. That's why you want to make sure your chicken is thaw. You want to make sure it's pliable. This chicken, unfortunately, is still just a tad frozen, but oh well, life goes on. And I dipped it in my egg wash as well as my, I dipped it in egg wash as well as in my dry batter. So this, I'm going to take some ham again, some cheese, and I'm using Swiss. You can use whatever you like. Actually, I thought about using, and you know what? Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. I'm dipping my egg wash, and then I'm going to dip it in my dry mixture. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you got all these cooking shows where they want everything to look so pretty. And you know what? You don't have to do that. That's not... food that looks pretty oftentimes isn't very good. So that's my opinion. You know, you got the Gordon Ramsays of the world that says, "Oh, that looks terrible." You know, whatever. You know, he doesn't have to eat at my house. You know, I mean, if you want to make, if presenting is your thing, then hey, go for it. For me, I don't care what it looks like as long as it tastes good. So, like I said, I'm just layering my stuff in the pan. Now I'm going to get to my other ones. Well, this one's small, so what I'll do with this little guy here is I'm going to get some ham. And I know I got stuff all over my hands. Cooking is messy. It just is what it is. You do what you do. But don't worry, because it's all cooked. I'm not going to serve anybody raw food. It's just doing this is kind of the way it's, you know, it's unavoidable. If you don't get messy while cooking, I don't know. In my opinion, you're probably not really cooking. I mean, cooking is often messy. So these are my better pieces. Those were basically my junk pieces. So, and I'm gonna have to pause again because I got to get some more cheese and some more ham. So hold on a second. All right, I'm back. I just had to get some more ham and some cheese. So you can see I've got my chicken breast here. I put some ham in here, put some cheese in here. And again, I don't know if I said this already because I had paused the video. You can use, I'm using Swiss, but you can use whatever kind of cheese you want. If you like cheddar, use cheddar. That's fine with me. I mean, it's your world, it's your cook. It's I actually seriously thought about using Munster cheese because I love Munster cheese. But traditional chicken cordon bleu is with Swiss cheese. So that's why I use Swiss cheese, because I want to do it right. Again, piece of ham, piece of cheese. I don't know if you can see this. I'm sorry. I'm limited in my view, so I'm trying to show you. I dip it. I put ham, cheese, fold it over, ham, cheese, and then I dip it in my egg wash, my wet wash, as I call it, and then I dip it in my dry mix. So I've run out of room, so I had to go get another pan too. But I'll just show you kind of what it looks like in the pan, and that's almost ready to go into the oven. I have a few more to do, so I'm gonna use this other pan that I got. I have like 3 more to do. So I'm gonna grab some more meat. This one I'm gonna put two pieces of ham on. What the heck? You know, piece of cheese, again, fold over, not a big deal. In the end, into the egg wash it goes, into the dry mix it goes. And you don't really need to super coat it. It's not like you're making fried chicken. It's kind of just, from what I've seen on just like chicken cordon bleu, it's basically a top breading. It's not really like you're trying to, it's not as if you're trying to, you know, cover the whole thing, like just, you know, to make it, you know, so much better, if you will. Not like fried chicken. It's basically just a top coating. It's just kind of for added texture and crunch. So, and honestly, if you don't feel like doing breading, you don't have to. That's the beauty of it. You can do, as Bob Ross would say, as far as art, whatever you want in your little world, you can do whatever you want. Because, you know, and he would wish you happy painting. I'm saying you can do it however you want, and I wish you happy cooking. So I am all ready. Again, I've got the ham, I've got the cheese, the Swiss cheese, put on the chicken, I fold it over, bada boom, bada bing, and I gotta tell you, I'm not going to be able to show you guys everything. I'm just going to kind of describe what I'm doing, only because my kitchen is micro. It's really, really small. So for me to show you everything is nearly impossible. So now I have all my chicken breaded, and I'm going to put it into the oven. And oh, and I never mentioned this, just before you do it, preheat your oven to 400. And it's going to go in there for like 45 minutes to an hour. I would say check it after 45 minutes and just kind of do, you know, what I do is I do like a cut test. I'll take a knife and I'll just cut into the chicken. If you see any pink, keep it in there. If it's all white, you're good to go. Alrighty, I'm going to pause this, and then we're going to, as I put these in the oven, and we're going to move on to our next thing, okay? Alrighty, be right back. Hello, welcome back. Right now I'm doing my sweet carrots. You guys get to see my ugly mug. You're going to need therapy, trust me. Sweet carrots, I don't know if you can see, oh, I just spilled some of the water. Just carrots, water. I have a recipe that I'm going to show you. So half a stick of butter and a half cup of brown sugar, just a pinch of salt. Let me just show you the shoot. I lost my recipe that I had written down for the sweet carrots. But again, it's water, carrots, half a cup of brown sugar, and half a stick of butter. You boil them hard for like 15 minutes because carrots are hard and they take a long time to get soft. So boil them for like 15 minutes hard and then turn them down to low and let them do another 5 minutes. So that's your sweet carrots. All right, I'm going to go cook these and then we're going to move on to something else because I got to go to work today. So I'm trying to get all this done. So just a second. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. All right, I'm back. So next we're going to make the cheesy potatoes. If I can find my little recipe here. Give me 1 second. So what I did, found my recipe by the way, and I apologize in advance, it's going to be backwards. What I did is I pre-cooked my potatoes in the microwave. That way they'll be soft and they'll be ready because these are going to be twice baked, right? I have my chicken, it's almost finished, almost ready to come out, and it'll probably come out as I'm still doing this. But I had my potatoes pre-cooked, and I have my stuff, my ingredients in this bowl here. But I'm going to show you what the ingredients first. I'll tell you, and then I'll show you. Okay? So I took 4 large potatoes. I pre-baked them. I took one small package of sharp cheddar cheese. I used a half a cup of sour cream, a 1/4 cup of heavy cream, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of paprika, 1.5 tablespoons of salt. And the reason why people are like, well, why you use so much salt? Because potatoes soak up salt. So you want some kind of flavor to them. So I used 1.5, and then I used 1 teaspoon of turmeric, which the turmeric is basically for color. But right now I'm going to show you a picture of my ingredients, and I'll just hold it there for a second. If you're looking and writing it down, again, it's going to be backwards. If you're looking and writing it down, you can pause the video and write them down for yourself. So here goes. I'm going to show them to you. All right, so if you look in here, I've got my ingredients in there, the other stuff besides the potatoes. So what I'm going to do right now, and hopefully it works, I'm going to scoop out these potatoes. I'm going to put them in a muffin pan. Do you know the muffin pan? The muffin pan? Okay, that didn't work. Anyway, I have to try to be funny because I'm related to a comedian, a famous comedian. I don't know if y'all know. His name was Red Skelton. He was my 3rd cousin, so it's kind of the honest for me to try to be funny, even though I'm not. My wife, she just puts up with me. She knows I'm not funny. But she stays with me, so that's good. So see, I'm scooping these out, and once we mix this all up, I'm gonna finish them, and they're gonna go in the oven. And again, I'm gonna bake these at 400 for about 20 minutes. Since these are already fully cooked, they don't need a whole lot. Normally, see, this is just a cooking video, but normally what I would be doing all this stuff at the same time. But since I'm doing the cooking video, I'm kind of doing it one thing at a time. Next, I'm going to make the Dijon sauce. So, and just so you know, I wash my hands about 50 times while I'm cooking. So y'all don't think, just so y'all don't think I'm like like, what's the dude doing? You know, are his hands clean? I assure you, I'm not a germaphobe, but I do believe in washing my hands. So I promise you, my hands are clean. The good news is, you guys don't have to eat any of my food. You will be doing it yourself, so you won't be stuck with my yucky old germs. Besides, COVID's going to kill us all, right? Or that's what they say. So my chicken's done. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get that out, and I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I had to get my chicken out of the oven, but I'm going to continue. And I have my other ingredients in here. I'm basically hollowing out these potatoes because, again, they're twice baked. So I'm trying not to mess up the potato skin here. And you know what? When you see it on these cooking shows, because I watch a lot of cooking shows, they make it look like it's so stinking easy. It's not. Just a heads up. It's not easy. And I got to be honest too. This video is not very easy either. I like to talk. I mean, I really like to talk. But as far as trying to narrate a video like that, doing something like this is kind of out of my this is definitely completely out of my comfort zone. So if it's bad, oh well, leave critiques. I don't care. This is the first time, so if I ever do it again, I mean, if you guys don't kick me out of this group, if I ever do it again, maybe it'll be better the next time. So again, I'm hollowing these out, and I'm putting them in a muffin pan because I think that's a good idea. Because I want to, that's why. And in case you're wondering what the music is in the background, it's a guy named Glenn Kaiser. He's a Christian blues musician. I would highly recommend him. He's one of my favorite Christian artists. I love his music. He worships the Lord and he jams too. So, in case you're all wondering. So I have my potatoes hollowed out, right? And then I have this all in here. I'm going to mix it all up, crush it. And just so you know, these potatoes are still hot. My hands are on fire right now. But I have to kind of hurry, only because I have to hurry because, in fact, you know what? I am going to go get a masher because that would probably be better. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to get a potato masher. Alright, I'm back. Because I don't really have time to break this up with the spoon. I'm going to use my spoon. I just don't want to spend the whole time just sitting here trying to get these to go. So I want them nice, and I don't want them like I don't mind some chunks in there. I like my mashed potatoes. I like my mashed potatoes a little chunky. So, and I'm gonna do one more thing, and I'm gonna recommend it to you too. So, when you are cooking, this is a brand new spoon, and I'm not gonna put it back in here after I'm done. When you are cooking, don't trust my recipe, okay? Trust your own cooking. So what I'm gonna do, I recommend you taste your food. Because if you taste your food, you know what it's like going in, so you know like what it's gonna be like coming out. It's amazing, just so you know. And you're not gonna know unless you do it yourself. So my recipe, I'm just telling you, for me, it's working. Anyway, I'm gonna keep on mashing these. This is my spoon that I ate off of. I'm putting it over here. I will not be grabbing. This was the spoon I was scooping out the potatoes with that I haven't touched. These lips have never touched it. Well, maybe not never, but not in this cooking video. So what I'm doing, I'm scraping off my, because I want to get as much as possible in there. I don't know about you. Prices are expensive, so this is not something I'm going to make every day because it was kind of expensive to do. So I'm gonna put this in my sink, rinse that off, and I'm gonna start filling my potatoes. Oh shoot, I missed one. Well, that's all right. This is the same spoon I originally scooped out. It's not my eating spoon, I promise. And so, because I want to get all that I can get out of this. So I already put my masher away, so I'm just going to kind of incorporate this with my spoon. It's not the whole thing, but anyway. Get that in there, blah, blah, blah. So what you're going to do, just, now you fill up your potatoes, you fill up your Toys Bakes. And I'm spilling stuff on my Toys Bakes. You don't have to fill them like super full, just you know, up to the top. And I'm just going to say this right now. Just don't do it. Do not throw the excess away, because it's good. And even if you can't fill them up with your Toys Baked potatoes, they are going to be these really yummy, great, awesome, cheesy mashed potatoes, okay? So do not throw any excess away. Eat it. Trust me, you will thank me. So the cheese in here, I put it in there cold, but trust me, these potatoes were really hot, so this cheese is probably, if I got it right, this cheese is probably melting as we speak in there. So, I'm just kind of filling up my Toys Bakes. These are, I believe they're Idaho russet potatoes. I could be wrong. I just grabbed them. I don't buy a lot of bags of potatoes, only because in the Florida heat, even with the air on here, in the Florida heat, they sit in my cupboard or whatever, and they go bad. And I don't know if you ever smelled rotten potatoes, but rotten potatoes, oh, they are not good. They are really, really bad. So, all right, I've got all my potatoes filled up, and I'm going to do something, and it's just pretty. That's all I'm going to do. It's just something for prettiness. You can do it or not. I'll be right back. So I'm going to take some paprika and just put it on top. Basically, it's just for garnish. It just makes it whatever. Again, I'm not huge on presentation, but every time I see Toys Bakes, they all have paprika on them. So and if you don't want to do it, no big deal to me. So I'm done with my potatoes. They're going in the oven. Again, 400 for about, I'm going to put them in there for about 20 minutes. And if you look, I got some excess. That is not getting thrown away. I'm taking those. I'm probably taking those for lunch to work today. So just so you all know, these will not go to waste. And trust me, you're not going to want to throw them away. So I'm going to put my potatoes in, then we're going to start on the Dijon sauce, all right? I'll be right back. All right, I'm back again. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me, but I'm almost done. Just to say this, I had said something about possibly making biscuits. I don't have time. I'm sorry. It's just I'm not going to be able to do it. However, I was going to make some biscuits, and the difference is, and I've heard it done by some people. I was going to try it this morning. Some people make it with with the lemon lime soda. Apparently, that's a cool thing, and it makes perfect biscuits. So if you want to do that, and you want to make homemade biscuits from like Bisquick and use soda, and if you do try it, let me know. Let me know how it was, okay? Otherwise, you can just buy some Pillsbury Grands or something, because a meal like this, you gotta have biscuits. You just do. I think it's a state law or something. Anyway, I'm kind of doing this on the fly because I have to, because I'm running out of time. I gotta go to work today, and I still haven't taken the shower. So anyway, you guys could probably smell me all through the video. So this is my recipe for the Dijon sauce. I'm going to leave it there for a few seconds if you want to pause. And again, I'll apologize one more time. Pause the video. It's backwards, so just because of the way the video is. So anyway, here it is. So I got to look at my own recipe. So we're going to do a cup of Dijon mustard. And I'm kind of going to do this, and I'll tell you, you can measure it out. I'm not going to, only because I have not got a lot of time. So I'm kind of winging it here because, again, I am out of time. I got to get in the shower, I got to, you know. So I put approximately a cup. I'm going to wipe my finger off here. Approximately a cup of Dijon mustard, and it can be any kind of Dijon mustard. I'm going to put about a half cup of heavy cream. Heavy cream. So I'm just going to kind of guess here. Hands are shaking. Sorry. All right. I said in the recipe, 1 clove of minced garlic. I have garlic, I just don't have time. So I'm going to put some garlic powder in replacement. What I think would be, and don't get me wrong, I like garlic, so I'm going to use garlic. So I put what I would say was a clove of garlic in there. Dill. You're going to want a little bit of dill in there. All right, and I said a teaspoon of dill. Okay, and then when you hear me refer to chicken bouillon, it's this stuff. You can buy it in any grocery store. I love this stuff. I use this stuff a lot. This is one of my favorite things to use. So I'm going to put, excuse me, a tablespoon of chicken bouillon, because you kind of want the chicken flavor kind of throughout your stuff. And then what I'm going to do is, cornstarch. Gotta use cornstarch. Cornstarch is a thickening agent. That's all it is. I would recommend, though, if you're going to use cornstarch, first of all, don't use too much, because you'll have like this goo. You'll have this paste. It's worse than flour when it thickens up too much, and it's impossible to fix. So if you're going to use cornstarch, don't use too much. And it's a thickening agent, because you want almost like a gravy consistency. I'm just going to put a little bit. I think I said in here a teaspoon. I'm going to put less than a teaspoon because I already have heavy cream. Also, with cornstarch, do not put cornstarch in stuff that is hot. Just don't do it, because you'll get these little clumps all over, and the cornstarch will cook, and they'll be all clumpy. It will be nasty. Trust me, you do not want to do that. If you do, if you do that and you put it in there, you try to mix it while it's hot, you're going to learn right away that you did the wrong thing. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of pre-mixing, and I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to cook this on high, because I want it done quick, and I'm going to, when I cook it on high, I'm standing right there and I'm stirring it constantly. If you can see it right here, it's already kind of thick. I've already stirred my ingredients together, and I'm going to go cook it just to make sure. And then the next step, the next time I come on here, is just going to be a presentation, because I have everything done except, of course, for the biscuits, because I didn't do biscuits. So I'm going to have my sauce on there. I'm going to have my chicken. I'm going to have my sweet carrots, and the twice baked potatoes. So what I'll do is the next time I come on here, it'll just be for presentation purposes. And I'm also going to take a couple pictures that I will add to the video, so you can see kind of what it looks like. Anyway, this was my first cooking video. I'll be on here just another brief time. because I'm going to be showing you what it all looked like when I played it. Other than that, you know, happy cooking. I hope you guys try it. Honestly, I hope you do. And if you do try it, I hope you tell me about it, and I hope you tell me you like it. Or if you don't like it, tell me you don't like it. You know, that's no big deal, because I like to cook, and sometimes I get it wrong. So if you do make it and I did something wrong, please tell me, because the whole end game is we all want to learn to cook, right? We all want to cook good stuff. So let me know. All right, so I'll be right back in a second with plating and with a plating presentation. So all right, thanks guys. This was interesting. I don't think I did a great job, but we'll see. All right, bye. Okay guys, I'm back, and I just wanted to show you the presentation now. Come on. Ah. There we go. My thing messed up, so I can't really present it like I want it to. But that's what I got, guys. So I hope if you cook this, you enjoy. This is chicken cordon bleu, twice baked potatoes, and some sweet carrots. Alrighty, I'll talk to you guys. Maybe we'll do this again. Alright, bye.